how to set up Facebook ad campaign. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can use Facebook's ad campaign manager. So let's get into it. So for this, you have to come over here onto the ad manager here. You can find them in the business tools section on Facebook. If not, you can just simply search for ad campaign and it'll pop up right here. Now, once you're over here, all you have to do is just simply log in into your Facebook account. As you can see, I'm already logged in. And now all I would have to do is simply click on go to the ads manager. It's going to take us to the ad manager where we can get started and creating our campaign. So over here, as you can see, create your first ad. We just simply click on get started. You're going to choose our business account. So we're going to select this account and we're going to select the industry. So let's say it's in the entertainment and media industry. You can go back and create your own business or like add a new business right here, add a business name and select the industry it works in. So let's say it is, right, this is the business name, and now we're going to select the industry and it is in the e-commerce industry. Select the time zone and everything and you should be good to go. Click on create. And now all you have to do is add a page name. We're going to add this page, and over here, we're going to choose up to 3 categories. So we're going to say e-commerce or, men's clothing shop, clothing brand. There you go. We don't need men's clothing. We'll just say clothing shop, clothing brand, and apparel and clothing. And we can add more, but, let's go ahead and click on next. Now that that's done, now we have to choose our goal. It's assessing all the information that we're giving it, giving us the best option. Let's wait for it to load up, and here we go. So now the ad manager is okay. It's loading up. You can read all of this you want, just agree to them and click on I agree. Now here is where things get a little bit interesting. So for here is going to be your goals. What is it that you want? Is it you want online sales, or if you don't have an online store and you're just like physical location, you want awareness of your brand and location? Choose any of these options that fit your need. If you want more option, you can click over here and you will have more options right here. So depends on you. Let's say we want more awareness for our brand. We already have a shop. We don't want online sales or anything. We want people to come into our physical store. So we'll choose this one right here and we'll click on next and move on to the next option. All right, so here is basically where you go ahead and create a campaign. Here you will create a campaign of your ads and run it. So make sure you have your creatives ready. So for this over here, you can add it whatever name you want. Let's say this is the urban aesthetics test ad, right? This is the test ad. And if you want, once you've done with all of this, right, you can create a template so that you don't have to, fill out all this form and do all of this again. You can just simply use the template section and it'll apply it onto your next campaign if you are running another campaign. Now, in the category section, there's a special aid category. Here, you will have to, declare a category if it's applicable. Now, as you can see, it is not applicable. So we'll just leave it at that. If it was, you can go ahead and select, housing or social issues, employment and credit. You can categorize your ads over here by clicking on that button. Yes, my ads promotes one of the following. So if you look over here, it does not follow, do any of this. My ad promotes one of the following: gift cards, shop rewards, debit and so some of them we could say, shop rewards. Yeah, we'll go with that and click on next. No, my ad promotes one of the following. Let's take a look. General advice. No, it does not. Job opportunities, promotion of company perks and all of that. None of this. So we'll just, leave it at that. We don't want to get into that. Next, we have campaign details, buying type. So over here is going to be auction, reservation, whatever you want, right? Here you want the buying type, and it auction or reservation, depends on you. We'll leave it at that. And down below is the objective. We want sales. Yes, we'll click on continue. We want sales. And now at the bottom, if you want, you can have more options as well. Here you will have your spending limits. This is very important. I recommend, if it is your first try, if you are just starting out, make sure that you set your spending limit over here so that you don't overspend, but it depends on you, right? You can add any limit you want. Next is the advantage plus catalog. Here you will have to create a catalog. If you already have a catalog, all right, you can just simply go ahead and use that one. But if you don't have one, it'll take you over here where you can create one. So here is the online products. Since we don't want, people coming into our store, since we don't have a website or an online store, we don't want that. But if you wanted to have that, you can just simply go over here, create a catalog and create a product over here, online products. All right, you want local products or service, you can select that as well. As you can see, for us, this is perfect. We can select that, click on next. e-commerce or local products. So we'll just choose local product. All right, click on next. Choose location. Here you can choose your location if you have one, but we don't have this option as of right now because we have to set it up later on, but you can do that as well. We'll click on next. Now over here is the configuration setup. Upload your product info, add your owners, your catalog name, and your product info, and then click on continue. If you already have an e-commerce platform such as Shopify or any other online store, you can just simply click over here and connect it with that. For now, we'll leave it at that and click on create and finish. And now we have our catalogs. So now we can have our catalog, and let's go ahead and take a look at that as well. So here is going to be our catalog. It is not connected. And here you can set up your tracking settings as well. So you can just simply go ahead and click on add pixels. And over here, you will have to have an online website as well. But this is a topic for another time. For now, let's go ahead and click on the items underneath catalog to view them. Here you will have all of your products. Over here, you can add them as well. So now that we have a catalog, we can go ahead and set it up later as well. Next, you have advanced budget campaign. So if you turn this on, here you will have a daily budget, right? So daily budget over here is $20 or 20,000. I'm not sure. So over here, you can add in a spending budget. So daily budget, I would recommend go between, $10 to $15 if it is your first time. But if you have already checked out, then you can go ahead and increase your budget depending upon the results that you had. But if you're just starting out, make sure you put in, let's say $15, right? And so here we go, our $15. So as you can see, average of $15 per day. Our maximum spending limit is going to be $26 or $25. So keep that in mind. This will allow us to go ahead and run our campaign and see what we're doing right and see what we're doing wrong. And then we can go ahead and adjust the budget later on once we have all the data. Next, what you can do is just test it out, see if it's working. But if not, you are good to go and we can move on to the next section. Here is basically you're going to name your ad set. This is going to be your main ad over here. So what type of conversions you want. So you have website, app, calls, messaging app, website, whatever it is that you want, right? So let's say we want calls. All right, since that is the one we want, we want people to come over here onto our local store, right? Click over here, and we'll leave all of that, whatever it is, to what we have already set. And over here is your budget and scheduling. And since we already set our budget, we are good to go. Here you can set up a date and time as well. So what type of date you want, when do you want it to begin and when do you want it to end, right? And then down below, you have your audience control. This is where you basically set your audience, right? So you have your location set up over here. You want to narrow it down. So make sure that the more wider location you set, the more narrow it's going to be. So for example, if we just go ahead and select, let's say Denver over here, a specific location anywhere in Denver, or if we zoom into Denver and we just want to go ahead and send our, location into Boulder, we just want to track the Boulder location, then of course it's going to be very narrow, very specific, and it's going to cost us more. So keep that in mind. The more narrower your ad is going to be, the more it's going to cost. The more wider and it is, the less it's going to be expensive, but the percentage of people coming into your store is going to be also decreased as well. So keep that in mind. So over here, we'll just say Denver, Boulder. Let's say this is the location that we want, right? And then what we want to do over here, as you can see, it is still a bit specific, but we'll leave it at that. And over here, we can say the type of distance we want. So this is the distance that we want, 50 kilometers. So as you can see, it changed a little bit, but it's quite big. So we'll leave it at 20. I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. So we'll leave it at that. Next is your advanced audience setting. What type of audience you want. You can add a specific age group. So if it's a little kids store, you can add their ages. So it could be that, but it depends on you. Let's say our age group is between 18 to 30. That is our age group. All genders, yeah. And you can add all demographics or, exclude some demographics. It depends on you. But as you can see, our search has just become narrower. So it's 551,000 to 648. So it's becoming more and more narrower. Then you have your placements. Here is basically how your ad is going to be placed. So what I recommend is just going with the default one. You don't have to manually put them. It depends. But yeah, if you want to manually place your ad, then you can click on it and, manually place and see how it would look like. So you can see Instagram feed, Facebook feed, that is how it's going to look like. So it depends on you. But once you've set all of that, click on next. And then all you have to do is select the page. You've already selected that. So now all you have to do is give this ad a name, select the page you want, select the ad setup, all right? And then you just simply fill out this form, the destination, set up tracking, and you are good to go. Then you can just simply click on publish and start the campaign. And that is how you do it. That is how you set up and use Facebook's ad campaign manager. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care and goodbye.